Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to a new video, and here in this video we're gonna talk about how you can improve your rune removal and how you can prepare for rune removal. I'm gonna show you a way to do rune removal without actually having rune removal. Like, what I mean by that is making the preparations that on the day itself, the only thing you have to do is change the stones, change the runes around, that's it. The rest you already decided which rune comes where, on how the unit, everything, you know? Everything will be set before you even start. Obviously, this is not something you need to do ahead of time, but it's something you can do ahead of time. And it's nice to have that. And let me make sure for you to understand, like, rune removal is the day where you can test a lot of things, have fun and all that kind of stuff, but it is also the time once a month where you actually want to try to improve your account from the previous month. It won't always be every month that it will be improved, but it will be each 2 months, each whatever, depending on how many drops you have and all that, or other units. You want to improve your teams constantly, and that's something you want to do with rune removal. So let's begin. There are basically 3 steps to this whole circle of what you want to do. So the first step is, and let me go to Excel for that. The first step is, bam. You want to identify your teams. Identify which units you actually use and where you use them. And the further you are in the game, the better you know which units you want to use where and why, basically. So I've done this for myself already, and this is what you see right here. We have my teams on the left side. First my farming teams, then AD, AO, then R5 and the Beast, Guild Wars, TOA Hard. So basically these are the things I need to have to complete the entire game, right? And these teams are also successful, and I know they work. And I know if I improve their runes, they will do better, whatever. And over the time, I created this, and I want to improve my account, and I want to make sure my good runes are on the right units. And what I've done, I've colored my units so I could see, hey, I use this unit quite often. For example, Shaolin. I use her 5 times. I use her in R5. On most of the beasts, actually. I'm like, okay, she needs to have great runes because it's end game content she's doing, and she needs to be amazing. Same goes for Galleon or Tark or Lekmaron even. I didn't even know Lekmaron actually got used so much by me. And I recently got Perna, and Perna is amazing for a lot of things. She's used in like most places of the game for me as well. So I want him to be amazing. The fire chicken needs to be amazing. So what the takeaway from this is, create a list with all your teams for farming. So because that's important, right? Number 1 should be farming. Number 2 should be either Arena, Guild Wars, or TOA. Either one of those could be on number 2, depending on where you are in the game. And then after you established which units you use where and how, like how important they are. For example, if you don't farm giants that much, but you farm dragons all the time, you want to make sure those units on dragons are probably the first thing you want to rune up with the best runes you have. Why? Because you get more success then. It will be faster, more success rate, more runes. Eventually, your rest of your account will grow. However, how I like to do it, I will first rune my my AO, my arena offense, because those guys need to be tuned perfectly. I need to make sure that they move exactly how I want them. For example, I want to make sure that Ciara doesn't move before Malaka. I also want to make Diana as fast as possible, and Galleon needs to go just before that so nobody can cut in. And obviously I'm using a bomb offense. talking about Sierra Malacca. So that's what I always rune first. After that, I will go to my team, so Dragons, Giants, Necro. After that, I will go think about my AD. My AD, I have a difficult time thinking about what my actual AD is. I have some options, but I'm not sure yet which. Like I'm, for example, units that they did use in AD is Freya, Rita, Vanessa, Ariel, Vila, Ciara, Tiana, Perna, Iona, Rina, all kind of units, but I haven't really figured it out yet. So that's always the hardest part for me. Enough about that. After I've created that, after I establish what Guild War teams I use quite often and what I use DORs, I made a tier list. The tier list basically saying, hey, these units, I use them a lot, I use them everywhere, these need to have my best runes because they need to have that, you know, they need to be so good because I use them everywhere. And you see that tier list at SS, double S. Doesn't matter what you call it, but that's my prior 1 units. Prior 2 units are units that I really do need to use and need to have good runes, but are obviously a little less. If they're a little less, it's okay. Like the best runes should be on my double S units. After that, we have A rank, and A rank units are A grade, whatever. Are units that I want to use that need decent runes, but are only gonna get runed after these double SS. Because basically they will get good runes because, for example, Copper is not using, he's using really specific runes. Not that many other units really need to use those runes. And then we have B tier. Those are my units that I think, hey, I want to use them, but I never really got them runed properly enough. So these will be runed if I can rune them properly after I've done all this. So step 2 of your tier list and step 1 identifying your teams. Then there's step 3. Step 3 is really easy. It is the rune optimizer. The rune optimizer itself is not that easy, but the step is easy. If you want to know all about the rune optimizer, if you're not using it yet, you should start using it. Where to download it, I will show you on the website tool.swap.one. You can see it in the browser above. There is an information tab, and in the information or notes tab is how to use that. This will direct you to the link where to download it. That is this website or this portal, and there's also a video on how to use it, and that's this video. I will put them both down below in the links so you can click them through my video as well, but if you just go to the website, you'll get here. I'm just gonna import my units. I just created the file, so I'm gonna do that right now. And let's see. We have some options. I'm not gonna go all over this, but I want to show you guys this, how to use this quickly. I don't want rainbow mons, level mons, don't import without runes. I do import those because, well, yeah, do import it because I want some of my 6 stars don't have runes, so import. Bam! 809 runes and 200 monsters. After you imported these, it's important for you to go to the following tab, and that is the monster tab. And the reason for this is really simple, because you want to lock down all your monsters that you already did. For example, I know that I'm not going to change my AO on the runes. I'm not going to change them because I know that they are ruined and they cannot go better because I already checked those. So what I will do is basically search out the monsters that I already know that I'm not going to change. So for example, Ciara, and then I click lock. When you lock the runes, the unit, these runes, I will not use them when using the optimizer, and I will go through all my units that I'm already done with, lock them down. So the only thing I can do if I, for example, take a unit and whatever, I take Orion and I set it all up. For example, I want him on Swift and something, doesn't really matter what else. Then I can say, for example, speed, and I want either defense or HP. Same goes for here, defense or HP. And then I can say, I don't check use lock runes because I don't want him to take off any of my Sierra runes, for example, or any unit that I finish with. And for the rest, I can check whatever. I could even exclude certain runes if I don't want to. Then you can obviously say, for this unit I want to have speed, and we could just say I want at least 280 speed, whatever. And then we just press optimize, and filling in it like this, it will give you results. If you do not focus on any stat, the results will go way too high and it won't get you any results. So that's important. And this filter you can now apply, for example, if I notice that 280 is maybe too high, I could just lower it, and if you check this is lowest 275, now just press apply and it will change directly. You don't have to press optimize again. But basically this is super nice because I can easily see, oh, which runes can I take, you know? And what is nice about this app is that you can do this. I can make my whole account, I can change everything around. And after I'm done, I have nothing, I didn't do anything in Summon's War yet. But in my head and in the system, everything is re-runed. So now it's just either waiting for rune removal or popping a rune removal ticket, rune everything how you want to, and then it's just see if you can improve a little bit, you know, or test some units out. But you don't need that much time to do all this. So this is what I want to give as tips and ideas how you can spend your time better on rune removal. And it's really helpful. Like the rune optimizer is amazing, but when using it without having a plan, it's stupid because you're not gonna get the results you want. So to summarize it, first identify your teams, which unit do you use where. Then make a tier list for yourself, what are the most important units, and think about the units that you use often. Those are often, and when I say often I mean like if you use, for example, me, Lucian, I use him in Necro and Giants. So I want to make sure that he's good runes, so he doesn't get killed in Necro, for example, and he's strong enough in Giants. Those units are supposed to be on your tier list, are pretty high. It doesn't have to be the highest, obviously, it depends all on what you're doing. And then last, the Summoner's War Optimizer. Really important, and it helps you. I mean, you can do rune removal whenever you want. You just have to wait for the day when it actually is here, or you have to buy the ticket. But you can already do everything you want to do and then just change it when rune removal is there, or just change it with the money, as in mana. So that was it. I hope you guys found this video resourceful and information that you can use. I think this definitely will give you a better chance of improving your account after rune removal than fucking it up, because we all did that. We all had rune removals where we thought like, okay, now I fucked it up. And if you think about this in your head, if you search the web and all that, you can come up with a perfect plan, and when rune removal is there, you're ready. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!